between me and you.
What?
How do you think things have been going?
Guys, Kalani and Asuelu have had so many highs and lows in their extremely wild ride of a marriage, and it honestly wasn't a total shock when the couple hinted at breaking up a few months ago, but the current state of their relationship has been kept under wraps since then. But now there has finally been some clues dropped, and what's been revealed will shock you. So guys, Kalani and Asuelu have always had their fair share of struggles even before they got married. I mean, I don't think either of them truly plan on being together forever when they first met, but once Kalani discovered that she was pregnant, the couple filed for the K-1 visa, and the rest was history. And after what seemed like years of taking one step forward and two steps back in their marriage, Kalani and Asuelu appeared to finally call it quits last year, and at least that's what they made it seem like, because in October, Asuelu posted on TikTok that he had left for Samoa, and I'm pretty sure everyone thought the couple had split for good. And I mean, when he left Utah, Kalani was also leaving to move to California with their boys, Oliver and Kennedy, which, seemed pretty telling. But just recently, there have been a few signs that Kalani and Asuelu might not be divorcing after all, and it's left everyone completely confused. So Asuelu shared a few different posts to his Instagram right before Christmas that revealed that he had reunited with his sons in California, and I think everyone was wondering if he was moving to California or just visiting, especially since he just spent 2 months in Samoa, and it was impossible to tell what was going on, especially when Asuelu was asked on an Instagram live if he was living in Samoa or just vacationing, and he simply replied both. I have to admit, it did seem like Asuelu was just making a California visit based on the fact that neither he nor Kalani was posting either of each other on Instagram, and at that point they hadn't even been following each other after Asuelu blocked Kalani months ago, and that's why what he did next was totally unexpected. But near the end of December, Asuelu posted a couple of mind-boggling photos to Instagram. The first was a Christmas card style photo of himself with Kalani and the boys, which was pretty shocking. And there were so many hopeful comments about the couple reconciling under the post, and people were also curious about if they were together or just co-parenting. And I thought it was really kind of seemed like the couple was getting back together, since Asuelu tagged Kalani in the caption and even put a heart emoji next to her name. But then, almost as quickly as the family photo was posted, it was off Asuelu's Instagram feed again. And I really didn't think that the situation could get any more confusing than it already was until Asuelu shared another post that was just so bizarre. So right before New Year's Eve, Asuelu added an unbelievable photo to his Instagram story, and it showed him clanking glasses with Kalani out at a restaurant for what seemed to be a date night. And I seriously thought that the couple had decided to try to make their marriage work again, but I don't know anymore. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, especially since Kalani made a very weird and cryptic post shortly after. Just last month, Kalani posted a Q&A box to her Instagram story and asked her followers to tell her their secrets, but when she was asked by someone if she would expose a secret of her own, Kalani made a super mysterious revelation. So believe it or not, Kalani explained that she'd asked for her followers' secrets so that she could feel better about her own, and apparently she said that she had a few different secrets that she said that would cause her followers to lose their minds, and I guess whatever she was keeping hidden was huge news, but not very positive. And not only that, but Kalani also confessed that she'd been having the worst day ever and couldn't stop crying. So I think it's safe to say that even though most people felt bad that Kalani was apparently struggling, the amount of curiosity that she sparked was just insane. I know there could be several reasons for Kalani going through a tough time, but it's hard not to assume that it was something to do with Asuelu. And if you thought that this entire ordeal couldn't get any more messy and unclear, just wait until you hear what's next. The newest update on Kalani and Asuelu is seriously just jaw-dropping. So very recently, Kalani and Asuelu have been actually spotted filming at a resort in the Florida Keys. And I know that doesn't necessarily mean that they're back together, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were. And it looks like TLC also has their cameras capturing Big Ed and Liz and Jovi and Yara and Angela at the resort. And there hasn't been any type of announcement about what show or spinoff this, could be, but there are some pretty interesting speculations. So some guests who were staying at the same resort as, the cast members were extremely annoyed by their experience, and they left really negative negative reviews on TripAdvisor that explained how inconvenient the TLC production made their stay, and you guys will never guess why. So apparently, there were a lot of unexpected changes for many guests because of all the commotion going on with the weddings and reality TV drama. So I don't know about you guys, but I was pretty shocked about there potentially being weddings involved. And there are some rumors about Ed and Liz being newly married, so maybe that's why TLC was being, filming there. But I think I can speak for everyone when I say that I hope that is not the case. And there's, actually another theory that I feel like makes a little more sense considering which cast members were there, and it's kind of unreal. But another speculation about what TLC is filming in Florida is a possible couples therapy spinoff. I mean, it would, kind of explain a lot because all of the couples currently filming have gone through some intense rough patches, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, I can't help but wonder what will happen between Kalani and Asuelu after filming wraps up in Florida, especially since they could almost start fresh, and now that there have been, some new changes in their lives. And when Kalani and Asuelu appeared on 90 Day Diaries last year, it was obvious that they weren't in a good place in their marriage, and they were struggling with communication, and honestly, they were on completely separate pages. And Kalani even admitted that she couldn't trust Asuelu to watch their sons by himself outside the home, and I really don't understand why they were still trying to make it work, but they still had hope for an unbelievable reason. And that's because Kalani and Asuelu desperately wanted to move out of their Utah home, and they really believed that it would be great to help for their marriage. So when Kalani revealed that their house had finally sold and the process to relocate to California was underway, I kind of thought the couple was going to basically have a blank slate to fix their marriage, but that obviously, wasn't the case. And up until that point, I feel like most people assumed Kalani and Asuelu had been close to splitting up for a while, and when the California move was announced, it was honestly just seemed like it was an opportunity for them to grow together in a new place. But that was when their already confusing marriage status took a seriously insane turn, because Asuelu was surprising his family in Samoa when Kalani revealed that her life in California already looked way different than she'd planned, and at that point, neither of them had shared photos of each other in months, and I was convinced that they'd finally called it quits. But obviously, they refused to fully answer questions about whether or not they were still together, and I'm sure that's partially because of TLC's contracts. But as of right now, Kalani and Asuelu are at least civil enough to be around each other while they're filming in Florida. And as much as we all want to know if they're back together or just co-parenting, I think we'll most likely have to wait until whatever they're filming airs on TV. And the only thing that seems certain at this point is that neither of them has filed for divorce, but that's about it. But anyway, you guys, what do you guys think about this? Do you think after filming is done, Asuelu will stay in California, or will he go, back to Samoa? And do you think Kalani and Asuelu are back together or not? Guys, let me know in the comments below.